We can hope. I started recording, by the way.
Why do you think we all got quiet?
I know. People
now Lark's now Lark's not saying anything.
Yeah, say something, Lark Shadow.
Something, Lark Shadow.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Somebody can follow orders. Fucking A. All right. What is this? This is March 13th? Question mark. 2023?
It's
question mark.
3309.
And this is the 100 and question mark episode of Blue Screws.
175.
And we're recording the Blue Screws podcast, question mark.
Last time I checked.
All right, that's enough of that.
Who elected you to lead?
I told you guys you should have went on without me. I tried to just put Lark Shadow in charge. That would have been awesome. Just new host. You
I don't know what I'm doing.
He said if we did that, he'd leave.
That's funny because like none of us know what the hell we're doing, so it works perfect.
Fair.
All right, so I don't know. Where's notes? Do we got notes?
Yes, we have notes.
This is probably
Yeah,
where
I
the
don't know.
car part comes in, right?
Yeah.
And then we move on to hello, everybody. Let's go around the table and do our intros. How about that? Some people think that's the whole show, but it's not.
It is sometimes.
Because, well, it kind of is.
Like it sometimes.
All right, let's start. Let's go in the middle randomly. Let's go with NL Hate. What's new, my man?
I work really hard on leading a very uninteresting life.
Okay, then.
All right, moving on. Nurgle, what's happening in your world?
Well, I'm back from outer space after, God, I think 5 weeks, thanks to Mardi Gras and all sorts of other stuff. And unlike everybody else who is here tonight, with the possible exception of Lark Shadow, I have actually played the game.
Congratulations.
For about an hour today. But I have actually played the game. And honestly, at this point, I'm remembering how to fly. It's been so long
That's
since
rough.
I had.
How'd Mardi Gras go for you this year?
Just as bad as always. And
How many times did you have to show your boobs?
None, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
He's actually referred to him as a derogatory for the guys you're in charge of. How many times do you have to show them your boobs?
Oh God, more than I can count. No, actually, they do a good job. It's the public that's highly intoxicated and full of shit.
Yeah.
But you know, like I've always said, the best part of Mardi Gras is being able to sit on a balcony somewhere and watch, not being down in it. I mean, I would actually enjoy doing that because people are weird.
Tell us how.
There.
Oh, in well, every way you can possibly imagine. But today, I got to sit in a class this morning because we're putting in a new order entry system for the city. And my boss, who signed us up for this class, well, I'll explain that later. That's not necessarily true. So my boss, who told me to be there this morning for this class, along with 5 other people and himself, so there were going to be 7 of us total. And we get there, and people are looking at him strange because he signed himself up for this class and told the other 6 of us to be there. The training room has 12 computers in it, and they had 12 people sign up for the class. And my boss just told a bunch of other people to come along anyway.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was how my morning went. And then after and it's just an introductory thing. It's kind of an overview of how it works. So after to be determined. I've been testing it some, so I have a little bit of experience with it. It's not terrible, but so we're after we sit through the desktop version of this today, I'm like, all right, well, you know, we're out of here. Like, well, no, they're going to have another one for the tablet version. It's the same. Oh no, it's completely different. And I looked my boss square in the face and wanted to say, if you ever actually
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Exactly. if you ever actually opened it on a tablet, you would realize that not only is it absolutely identical, the tablet just opens it in a browser window. So then I had to sit through it all over again while they did the tablet version of it, because my boss is a dork.
That's not the word you want to use.
That's not the word I want to use, but
I mean,
Alright.
what the hell are we running here? This ain't PG-13. Let it fly.
well, monkeys fucking a football.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Monkeys fucking a football.
First time I ever heard that was in boot camp.
That's awesome.
So that was my day.
But you've
who
been
wants to go
gone
next?
for like 3 weeks. 4
no,
weeks. You've
more
been
than
gone.
that.
How
I
long
think
have you been gone? I don't even know.
I think it's 5.
Okay. When you get to our age, shit.
I know it all
5
blurs
weeks
together.
feels like 6 months.
But
yeah.
I had multiple weeks of Mardi Gras, and then we had regionals for archery, which went fine. Kids did great. And then last week was getting ready to record, and my son called and said he'd had a car wreck, which turned out to be nothing. He's fine. Car is fine. It was really
Still scary.
It was really more of a scary moment than anything else. Somebody got in the turn lane. They hit mirrors. He freaked out and spun. Of course, to hear him say it, he was sideswiped and they spun the car around in the middle of the road. That didn't happen. They just hit mirrors. Yeah.
I'm glad
Everybody's
he's okay.
fine. Yeah. Everybody's fine. Of course, when I ran off out of here, I was thinking the worst. So I was really happy to get there and find out it was a nothing burger. That made me feel a lot better instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
I can well imagine.
Because I'll tell you, for the people out there who do not have children, there is nothing scarier than when your child is driving. That's
when we get to my week, I'll let you know.
I'm 2 years away from it.
and then I came to a decision this week. I realized that as of Friday, I am 13 months away from cheap coffee and no questions asked access to the senior center. So
Early bird specials at the country buffet.
And early bird specials at the country buffet. So I think in terms of my current state of employment, I think the clock is a maximum of 13 months. It may be less. I really can't envision it being more.
My dad just retired in December, and
my mom did yesterday.
Wow.
He is absolutely loving it.
Well, I will. When I retire, it will be. I'll go and get another job somewhere else because I'll be retiring on years of service, not on age.
Right.
But and I still have a house note, so I'll be working somewhere. But it doesn't have to be here, and it doesn't have to be full time.
I'm setting a timer on Google for 13 months for you, Nurgle.
There you go.
I knew you'd be good for something.
If I had stayed in the Navy, I would be retiring in 10 months.
See?
All right, let's shift. Before I go to Teflon, we'll stop back at Hate, see if anything he wanted to add anything after we just took a hard right from him there because of his working hard to lead a boring life comment.
No, that's it.
That was it. All right,
Stan.
Teflon.
I have some adventures. I got one brewing. Maybe we'll talk about it. But no, I work real hard on being boring.
He stands by his previous comment.
All right.
I think we really all work hard on leading a boring life.
Oh,
It-
yes.
it's
That's the goal.
peaceful.
That's why we're on a podcast, because just
Because we're
That's why we play
exporting our...
video games about going into space.
Yeah. We're exporting
alone.
our boredom. Yeah.
all right. Gotcha. All right, Teflon, what have you been doing?
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
I'm exhausted, to be honest. I could go to bed right now.
And show.
We have been remodeling the bedroom, and so that means we've painted the ceiling, we've painted all the walls, we changed the painting on the walls. And then we redid the floor. And I've moved everything back in there, and we only have one thing left to do in there, and then the bedroom remodel will be done. And that's good. We got to put up. We bought a wallpaper mural for like an accent wall on my side of the bed, and it's going to be great. And then we have some wall decals we're going to put up around and do like this whole. We're doing this like dark kind of like forest theme in the bedroom.
Yeah, you are.
And for the listeners out there, if you have a guess as to what Teflon's accent wall will be, please put it in Chig Chat. And next week will be the big reveal.
The accent wall we were actually supposed to do it today. I don't know when we're going to do it because we have stuff going on every day this week. No, the accent wall, I'll just tell you what the accent wall is.
Well, there's no fun in that.
Well, I get that, but the real answer is boring.
Well, then you might get some good ideas this week.
Exactly.
And then you can be non-boring.
I can't change it. I have the wallpaper already. It's sitting in the other room.
Anything can be changed.
No, we're not changing this.
Oh, Jesus.
You're
working really hard at being boring.
I'll just say, I'll let you guys guess, but the answer is not like super exciting. So let your imagination will be better than probably the real thing on at least for a reveal. Like to me, I'm excited, but that's because it's mine.
Nothing but Jeff Goldblum faces.
But we also got these decals that are like a bunch of Bigfoot stuff to put amongst the Dark Forest stuff. And so we thought that was funny. And we got this Bigfoot sign. And it's gonna be great. And then the next room we redo will be the bathroom one that I talked about, doing the Jurassic Park stuff. But we're not doing that. We'll wait a little bit before we do that because we're kind of all tired and burnt out from all the remodel stuff. Other than that, been more working on that personal project that I'm working on. And I bought some books.
Shocking.
Oh no.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new books.
Oh no.
That I ordered. And I am excited to read them. They're not D&D books. They're just regular they're fantasy books.
When you said ordered instead of read, I was a little disappointed.
Me too. I'm with Mark.
I can't read them all that. I'm not a fast reader.
Sure do buy a lot of books for not being a fast reader.
Well,
pretty sus.
I'm going to get through them. I'm going to get through them as fast as I can, and then I'm going to order the sequels. They're all fantasy books. It's like I have Hall of Smoke, H.M. Long. It's like Viking-inspired fantasy. I have Godborn by Dan Davis. It's the Gods of Bronze series. It's Bronze Age fantasy. It's very good. I read the prequel novella to that. Kings of the Wild, which I think you guys would all really like. It's sort of a old mercenary company getting the band back together for one last job kind of deal. And I got Daughter of Sparta, which is a retelling of Apollo and Daphne. And I got Rage of Dragons, which is about a dude not caring about living or dying anymore and decide he's going to make some destruction of his own across the world before he goes because everything's been taken from him. And also some original Robert E. Howard Conan stories because I need to read stuff to get ready for Nurgle's thing.
Nurgle's thing.
For Nurgle's for the game I'm going to play with Nurgle.
Right on. All right. Well, we'll move on. There's only one. That's what I've been up to.
It's been a lot of work.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our special guest tonight. What were we calling it? I don't know. We just saw him sitting up in general by himself and decided, let's get Lark Shadow on here. You guys have heard of? We've mentioned him many a times on the show. Very frequent member or very active member of the community. I don't know.
Long time Discord person.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there anybody who's posted more than Lark Shadow in Discord? Hate would probably know the answer.
Probably Hate.
A few minutes.
What's that?
And probably me, but give me a few minutes.
Okay, he's gonna dig in. Lark Shadow has definitely posted a lot on our Discord. So, without further ado, Lark Shadow, introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, what you're doing here, how you got roped into this tonight. That's a short story. I already told that part. But tell us what you've been doing in game recently. Go for it, buddy.
Say, hey, I'm Lark Shadow. Yeah, I do post in the Discord a lot, but that's only because I'm such a boring freaking person. I have been working my brains out just trying to get out of debt and have a boring life just like the rest of y'all. And so, hey, let's be boring together. In game, I've just been doing BGS stuff after getting back to the bubble from the raw match site, and I'm really enjoying flying my Eagle right now.
Oh, yeah. What's not to like about flying an Eagle?
Thing's a TIE fighter. It's made of tissue paper.
What kind of build you got on that Eagle?
I got 2 enforcer cannons and some mines that I want to engineer because I get endless amounts of fun dropping them on scavengers.
Wait a minute. You can't put an SRV in an Eagle.
Actually, I can, and I did.
You can. Perfect. All right. That makes sense. And an Eagle can have an SRV? That's insane.
I am not surprised that you put an SRV in an Eagle. Nothing you do surprises me.
Yeah.
No, what's funny is that when you get out of into the SRV in an Eagle and it deploys, the Eagle standing on stilts and looks like it's going to fall over if you sneeze.
No shit. I almost picture like an Eagle deploying from an SRV, to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
So that is kind of...
It's not far off.
It kind of pops out and the Eagle's balanced on the roof of the SRV.
Yeah. Lark Shadow's our resident player who just refuses to fly... I don't know.
Normal.
Yeah, his ship builds are always a joy. Like his
Cannons.
Bug hunting ships oftentimes have SRV bays and stuff like that. So yeah, explain why you like to do such weird builds. Is there any reasoning behind it?
Honestly, it's not that I like to do that as much as I have to, because I have dyslexic and severely ADHD. I'm actually on meds for both. And part of that, what goes along with both of those is a little bit of oppositional defiance. So I see something called meta and my brain just literally says no. And I do the opposite and make it work because it's more fun.
Yeah, but you don't have to do the opposite to get off meta. Just pivot a little bit and you'll be far more productive in what you're trying to do.
Well, I
The
know
meta
that,
says
but
everyone must do this, and Lark Shadow's like, well, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, basically, it's like
I'm
a
gonna have a
PBS
sandwich.
cartoon.
Yeah.
I just throw my little fit and do something different.
It makes sense. It makes for some amusing builds. I'm pretty sure you were putting some in outfitting just to give me a headache if I happen to look at Discord while I was at work, but it's all good.
I was going to say I could put my Eagle down there.
Do it. Hey, we need more action, and you need more posts. We'll find out the verdict soon from Hate about who's posted the most. But all right, on. What have you been doing in game lately? You said that you're flying that Eagle. What are you doing with the Eagle?
Honestly, I'm just doing random BGS stuff with it, using it as a quick ship to get in and out of on-foot missions, as well as hunting here and there. And it's hilarious how effective the mines are if you can actually get the NPC to hit it.
Oh, interesting. We just lost Teflon, huh?
Teflon, yeah.
Oh, he had to go. All right, officially, it wasn't a Nurgle internet issue. It was just he had to go. Got it.
Thanks, man.
See you, Tef, I guess.
Yeah, bye, Tef.
Well, now that he's not here to defend himself, we can really make fun of his accent
Yeah.
choices.
It's about goddamn time he left.
I was going to say I can do an impression if you like.
Yes, please.
Well, you see, guys, when you get into the rule book, it just... That's all I got.
Oh, it was going good to begin with. I like it.
Yeah, you were on a roll.
That'll work. I can live with that. I'm sure Teflon will love it, and he won't murder you.
The fact that
instantly.
you were saying I was on a roll makes me think that I wasn't.
No, it was good.
You
It
are.
was good.
You
It
are.
was good. I was eager to see where that was going to go. So
All right, I have
I literally had nothing else. I'm multitasking hard right now trying to update E EDMC.
Gotcha. All right, well, in the last week, I wasn't on the show last week. I just wanted to just take a week off, and I've been so tired putting it home. And now I'm freaking utterly exhausted tonight because we got like 18 inches of snow from Saturday afternoon into last night, and that's a lot of freaking snow. I don't know, what is 18 inches in like the English system? Like 4 ducklings tall or something?
I think it's 1/4 hogshead.
Okay, gotcha. Holy crap. Looks like, okay, just posted the number of messages, and yeah, looks like Crash and Lark are leaders in the clubhouse by a fair amount. Holy criminy. That's
Holy
a lot of
crap,
posts.
I'm third?
No, they're not. They're not in order.
They're not in, they're not in order.
Yeah, no, look down. Crash
Okay,
is 31,000.
yeah.
He's leader. But yeah, so I'm, wow. All right, 31,141 according to Discord for Crash Harper, who hasn't been around lately that much. Hopefully he's okay and he'll be back soon. I know he was going to take a break. But Lark Shadow,
We miss you, baby.
the only other one over 30,000. That is insane. That is a lot of posting.
I think that's a testament to how boring my life is.
Which is what you're
can't
going
really go
for.
that far.
So, hey.
Hey, you're
Mission
winning.
accomplished.
Yeah, winning is what we call that. Okay, and then other than that, like when Nurgle was talking about his stuff, it was like reflecting my life kind of. My mom just retired like yesterday, like officially, finally, fully retired, never has to go back to work again. And her last day of work, she ended up not going in because the city was basically shut down because it was this massive freaking blizzard. So she missed her last day of work, which was fitting and amazing. My daughter started driver's ed. She's actually at that right now. So you mentioned your kids driving being stressful. Yeah, I don't like the thought of this at all, but you know, it is what it is. So there's that going on. And then I'm just always busy at work. I love my job and have a blast doing it. So I tend to do it more than anything else. And that's it in my life. In game, I hate, let's just move on. Let's move on to, what do we got? We got a squadron update?
Sure.
All right, let's play the soundy thing. There's a soundy thing, right? Or is that there?
Incoming priority message.
Squadron briefing.
All right. So we have an election in Graham that is currently 0-0. That may be pre-update, but that just started. And we're climbing up the ranks in Graham. I think this will put us in second place. We currently have an election for control going on in Trua. We're up 1-0, and again, that may have been pre-update too. I'm not sure. But obviously, we're invested in having both of those, and I know elections aren't the most fun thing. We have we have a war and a couple of elections involving other factions in different parts of Screw Space that we kind of have an interest in who wins and who loses. The detail for all of those are in the standing orders post in the Loose Screws section of the Discord. I'm not going to go through all of them here. Blooming Wind has done a fantastic job of getting those all out there for everybody. And we are trying to push Maikoro back into expansion. It has a couple of pretty good options for where we can land. And again, we're doing a little bit of manipulation of those systems, or we will be doing a little bit of manipulation of those systems to try to target that expansion, but we got to get Maikoro expanding first. So please push us to expand in Maikoro. And that's what's going on around Screw Space.
Nice. I guess we'll push forward with, unless Hate has anything to add. Anything to add to that, Hate?
Nope.
All right. We should note that Blooming Wind is going to be like out of town for like the next week or two.
Yep.
So you guys are on the spot to be keeping orders up to date and all that. Is that correct?
I'm putting my BGS hat back on, and I will be doing the daily updates.
You never took your hat off, but you just
That's true. But Blooming Wind really has done such an amazing job diving in and taking care of BGS. I can't say enough about the job he does doing that. He's great.
Yeah, Blooming Wind. He is probably going to be on the show in 2 weeks, as well as possibly Grover Kiwi. So we're going to have a show from the future and present time at the same time. Oh my God! It's
Wow.
gonna make things weird, and
We
with
should
the
get our
surgeon-
future and present together and make a continuum.
Where's the boom boom? Damn it! I don't know where that sounder is.
It's right on the top.
Ah,
All right. All right. Let's move on to. All right. Let's hit this. This makes me nervous whenever I have to hit these buttons.
On aboard the Tin Helium Express!
Quiet morning here on the Express. Let's get started. March 6th. Marlin is facing an increasingly grave future. March 7th. The Alliance sends warning to the QMO crew. And on March 9th, Archon Delay encounters Mahan's rebuke. Coffee's done. That's off the news this week. Have fun out there.
Even when there's not much there is so much going on.
I love the coffee percolating in the background.
Yep, coffee's done. So that's the end of the report. Oh my God.
he's seriously the best.
Yeah, it is. We need more. We need more Bard in this show. That's for sure. That might keep this thing alive longer than it. Well, it's already been alive way longer than it should be.
Hey, this is Trax butting in here in post. Apparently, NL Hate's recording got muted through part of this, and they didn't realize till later. So I'm having to edit some of it because there's some dead air and sort of missing responses and stuff that doesn't make sense. So I will edit this to try to make as much sense as possible because we're missing a bunch of NL Hate's dialogue. Sorry about that.
All right. How about in-game news? Who knows anything about caustic sinks?
They exist.
Okay, I understand. You guys went over that last week. Trax was trying to do that, right? Right, and trying's the keyword. He did.
For my education, do you have to gather materials for the unlock for the sink? So do you have to farm the materials for reloads for the caustic sink?
I can. I've watched a bunch of streamers get and use this caustic sinks, and I believe it just can be reloaded at a station like your normal heat sinks can.
Okay, so is it a one-time unlock or is it a purchase with mats?
It's like shot cannons, one-time unlock.
Awesome. Wow, that is awesome.
All right. And they do what exactly again? Enlighten me.
Or if you ask Bluebeam Wind, they break the laws of chemistry, and then your ship is fine.
It's like anodes on a ship.
But if it's like gathering up all that caustic and then putting it into this like compact little caustic nugget, that'd be fun if that was some kind of weapon when you ejected it instead. But I don't know. Why
Fire
get creative?
the caustic nugget.
Yeah, caustic nugget, exactly.
That sounds like something that you have after Taco Bell.
Yeah. Sounds like something you've eaten at Taco Bell.
Sounds like Chig's band name.
Wow.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Caustic, that would work. That would work.
Chig and the caustic nuggets.
Chig and the caustic. I like it. You
One
guys will
night
be the
only.
caustic nuggets. You'll be the background singers. Wait, I need a lead singer too.
That would be caustic.
Would be something for sure. Polka. All right. How
It's
about the
polka
Thargoid
covers
bug
of
report?
Metallica.
Oh, hey.
Heavy metal polka. Yeah.
I love Metallica. That's random. All right. Thargoid bug report. You guys know anything with that? Anybody following all that? Give us a good update for all the peoples.
Go Lark.
I know for a fact that I have no information.
All right. Now, you watch a lot of streamers, though.
Go on.
See, the only way that I know, like, some of these, because I'll admit, I'm an old man. I don't watch a lot of streamers. And by not watch a lot, like, none, unfortunately, is from, what's that? What's Psychits and Mal's podcast?
Flight Assist.
Flight Assist. That's the only reason I know some of these names that you're saying. I've unfortunately, never watched any of them play. I should probably make it a point to try to do that, huh?
We don't have time to play ourselves. When would we watch streamers play?
Yeah, but if I could live vicariously through them, because I could literally, just kind of have it in the background instead of like listening to a podcast, I could listen to them playing because I don't know.
Yeah, to be fair, that's what I do most of the time when I'm air quote watching a streamer. I'm at work and it's playing on my phone and audio only into my ears, and I just jump into their chat and make a joke if it's necessary.
Well, that is the way to do it.
Well, it's always necessary.
True story.
Okay. I was curious because I know a lot of people watch a lot of streams, and it's something I've never been able to get into.
It's more like a live podcast the way I do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just watching somebody else play a game rather than playing it myself is where that problem comes. If I'm not, in a position where I could play, listening to it like a podcast would work. So
here's a question for you, Chig.
Yeah.
Is watching someone play a game any different than watching someone play sports?
I don't think so.
Same thing in my mind.
I don't think so either. Yeah, you're right. That's great. I mean, I wasn't saying there was anything wrong with it. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just saying that's how I legitimize it. It's like, well, it's just like sports. Who cares?
Yeah, well, it doesn't. I don't think it needs to be legitimized. Even. I mean, people do all kinds of shit that is amazing. I mean, I'll watch somebody, like the world's best crocheter. I would watch them crochet just to see how good they are at it. I don't know. You can watch anything, I guess.
To your credit, I'm too hard on myself, so
yeah,
I legitimize everything.
Yeah, you need to relax. Ohm it out. Have fun. You should stream more.
I think I've streamed like once 2 years ago.
Yeah, you should try to do it more. You could call it like OCD Lark or something, or shipbuilding with Lark. There you go.
Shipbuilding, I like it.
And then you go out and test those ships. But prove why that SRV bay comes in handy doing anything non-SRV-ish. Would be amazing.
Hey, against thargoids, it's just a huge damage sink.
You got to think, like, when you're taking random internal slot damage, it would be something that would be taking some of that damage instead of something else, right?
Exactly.
All right. I can see that. I can live with that.
And if you think of the SRV bay as like a giant thargoid damage sink, and you just eject the SRV when it's completely beat up. And it takes all that damage away with it.
But Alec Turner would hop into that thing so that he could be launched as a caustic SRV nugget, and he'd figure out some way to circumnavigate a planet with that.
And he'd want to do it over a high G planet so he could do re-entry and stick the landing.
Well, no, do re-entry to burn off the caustic, land and have a brand new freaking SRV.
See, there's your new sport. The trick is to burn off the caustic and land with the minimum amount of hull possible without exploding.
I like it.
All right, Jig, you want to know the real reason I always have an SRV on my ship, even my AX, especially my AX ones?
Why? Escape?
Because someday, somehow, something is going to happen where we're going to need to land and either get out on foot or an SRV or something to keep fighting the Thargoids or get rid of a Maelstrom, and no one's going to have a freaking SRV but me.
He's got a point.
Save the galaxy.
He's got a point.
That's cool. I'm with you.
Like honestly, that's literally the only reason in my mind why I always have one.
All right. Well, that's like when you go exploring and, you guys all travel with weapons because, you feel the need to have weapons, or you'll get clapped. Isn't that what Dubs' line is?
Fly strapped or get clapped.
Yeah. So you fly with weapons, or, like the first time I went out exploring, I was like, having the research limpets, and I had everything. I did the dumb having 2 AFMU thing and everything, so the one can repair the other and stupid shit like that. But I just hop it. I don't know. I've got a tool for every job these days, and I don't worry about not having something anymore.
Yeah.
See, I think that's where the difference is. I like multi-tools. even if they're somewhat less useful than the actual tool is.
Yeah, and see, I think about like in real life, if I were in space, I would not take any chances. I would have the best of everything possible because I'm not going to risk dying. And then you got like Borked Bits, he flies his ship, with that I'm immortal mentality. So he just dies again and again and again and doesn't sweat it. Whereas I'm always in my head canon, when I die, I'm dead.
See, I'm actively trying not to die. I'm just trying to do it in a way that's fun.
Well, that's the key. We're all trying not to die and have fun doing it.
Well, yeah, true. But at least that way, if I do die, it's so spectacular and weird, at least I'll get a school named after me.
See, there you go.
That's
the right attitude.
Wow. The Lark Shadow School of what?
Exploding.
See previous comment about ADHD.
Gotcha. Perfect. All right, so bug report, we ain't got nothing. How about this dev news? There was a Discovery Scanner today. Who watched it? Fuck.
I was asleep.
All right, who's got a brief synopsis of what they went over? Shit.
Based on what I've read, I think they announced that they're getting ready to make an announcement about when they're going to announce the rebalancing.
Okay, so it was wonderful FDev communication where they announced that they're going to announce something.
Well,
hot takes on what you think the rebalance is. Go.
Well, first, in their defense, if they were to have a Discovery Scanner and not mention the rebalancing, people would have a fantastic hissy fit that they didn't mention it. So, But I think they're going to adjust the difficulty level because right now there's some serious issues in terms of the balance of fighting alerts versus invasion systems and of fighting in occupied systems. They've ratcheted it up to the point where it's, at this point, nearly impossible to retake an occupied system.
Personally, I think the rebalance is going to be related to engineering, and it may not necessarily be a cost of engineering overhaul as much as a materials required to trade at a contacts overhaul.
Well, which one do we think is currently the bigger problem?
Mission boards.
See, I'd like ideally, any kind of, you combine those two, engineering and mission boards, kind of fixing both of them is just adding more engineering mats as rewards for doing missions would make me happy.
Bingo.
And that
Speaking of mission rewards, Nurgle, I saw on a stream today when I was watching Captain Flint, he got a pharmaceutical isolator, so they do exist.
It's a lie. They don't exist.
They do. I think I've got mine maxed out or damn close. They definitely exist. You guys are liars. I'm going to check my Inara right now. See how many of them I have, just to prove. I probably have like the entire stock of the entire galaxy, but I know I've...
Yeah, that's why we can't find any. They're all on Chig's carrier.
Chig's hoarding them all.
I don't even know how to find that on my character sheet. I used to know how to find these things.
He just uses them as table settings in his Corvette or something when he has people over.
Yeah.
They're like, where'd you get that? And then he just tells some story.
Aha, components, right? There it is. I found it. What am I looking for? Pharmaceutical
isolators. Yeah.
Yeah. If I know Hades already found it on my sheet and everything faster than I could.
I don't think you can look at that for another commander.
Yeah, that's right. I used to match shame people all the time. I'm a dick.
Yes. Well,
oh my God.
Admitting it is the first step on the road to recovery.
At least now we know the real reason he hoards all those.
Yeah, kinda. I do. I'm kind of a jerk. I don't know. I've got like 70 some. I can't even find it right now.
Jeez.
We're moving on. So, yeah.
And in a minute, Hate will come in and tell us how many he really has.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, on here it's saying that I have 0, and I know that that's not true. So, that's why. No, I just realized I hadn't gone on Inara in so long. I was not signed in. Holy crap. I didn't know you could get signed out of Inara. Yeah, look at that.
Do you even remember your password?
It put in my password for me.
Oh.
Wow. This is good podcasting here.
Quality, yeah.
But yeah. I have 81.
Okay, now I need to look.
They do exist.
Yeah, see, now he's making me look too.
This is when we have good podcasting, is we're all looking at our Inara shit or we're Googling something.
Well, I'm still in game. I'm just sitting on a pad, so I'm just looking right here.
You're really cheating.
Pharmaceutical isolators.
I have 0. Beat that.
Wow.
It would help if I looked in the right place.
God, there's a lot of crap on Inara. And not crap, like important stuff. New players, if you're not using Inara, you're doing it wrong.
Somewhere the people that actually run Inara are like, crap, huh? Looking up your account.
I have 24.
See, they exist. You guys keep claiming they don't exist. We have over 100 between the two of us.
I cross-traded for them.
Oh, yeah. Obviously. It's definitely what I did.
Surrounded by assholes.
I don't know. So nothing. Discovery scanner. No, we were having a good discussion until we got to that.
Yeah.
I got a soft course.
For a while.
To be fair, that's very easy to do with us.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, anything else on what they might be reworking? I assumed it was just rebalancing the war stuff, but you're saying that there might be rebalancing of other stuff?
There's two things here. They've said that there's going to be a Thargoid war rebalance, and then at some point, update 15 drops, and that's when there's supposed to be the rework of some. Or actually, I don't know if they've said that 15 is going to be when there's going to be a feature rework, but that's due this year.
Yeah, well, I know that there's supposed to be something big in 15, like when Kuel was on Friendship Live or whatever they call it, Frameshift Drive. He, was close to saying something, and like Arf was like, "Oh, you got to be careful what you say." So apparently, there's some good stuff going. But is this? Do we have indication that this is the update that will have whatever when they did their napkin roadmap back in the day? There was, a major system overhaul. We don't know if that's actually 15.
We have no idea.
Okay, so this is just more speculation, hoping.
Yeah, hoping.
I have a feeling that they're just going to keep working on art or on the war stuff. Sorry, not art. They're going to keep working on the war stuff and modifying how they do it and adjusting mission boards. And I think that they've just gone down that rabbit hole rather than anything other than that.
Let me put on my Dubs helmet for a moment here. Imagine where they'd be if they hadn't spent all that time trying to support consoles.
Yeah, you know how to rile people up.
That content brought to you by Dubs.
But how
BBS.
How long ago did they stop developing for consoles now? Has it been 2 updates? 3?
I think it's about a year. Wasn't it February of last year when they did it? When they made the announcement? That's all.
So it's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Obviously, nothing's changed. That didn't change anything. It didn't come, all that did is gave them, I don't know, I guess more resources working on this war stuff, which essentially just made the Thargoids a power play where they had to go a galactic war thing. And I'm not trying to belittle what they've done or minimize. My words aren't coming quite right here. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not trying to.
We love you, Frontier. That's what you're looking for right now.
Is that what I'm looking for? Well, I don't want to, they've put a lot of work in. They fixed a lot of bugs, and this whole war that they've thrown in the galaxy, that's what I wonder sometimes isn't the big system overhaul they did, because they added this giant Thargoid, all these war mechanics, and they're working on balancing those all the time. And I just don't think they're looking at reworking any of the core functions that were in the game. I think we're just going to keep going down this path.
I think you're probably right.
See, I'm going to go full pie in the sky and say that what they're reworking is actually some of the ships that have had issues for so long, like the ASP Scouts.
Oh my God. That is where you would think they are going. Good God. Yeah, that's the big system overhaul we're going to get. Is they're going to make the AF Scout the best ship in the game. I could see
AF
that.
Scout Meta. Write it down.
Oh my God. I could see it. I'm with you. I'm going to start preaching that, and we're going to start beating that drum. We're going to get some support for that.
There you go.
Oh man, you kill me. You're always glass half full, though. That's what I like about you.
Well, see, I have to be that way because I'm not that way with my job, and I can't let that control my life.
There you go.
Amen.
Good for you. All right, let's move along. Let's go with, I don't know. I'm not going to do a chig chat because I've talked way too much tonight already. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Get off their chest. Discussion topic.
I found a random thing where someone made a first-person shooter out of the game Myst, and I put a link to it in Chig Chat for you.
I saw that.
Yeah. Well, Chig Chat had some weird stuff going on again, which is usual. I just yeah. Oh God. Yeah, Lark Shadow, I hate you again. You're the one that posted that. Frickin', I'm not even going to mention it. People can go figure out what that is. That led down a path of crap.
Teeth eyes, people. Teeth eyes.
No, that's terrible. No real discussion topic. Teflon, because you put it in the notes. The cheese tonight is horseradish white cheddar. Sounds freaking amazing. We were talking about things to put that on, and I'm going to go buy some of that tomorrow. Swear to Jeebus.
That does sound good. I need to find some, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you go into like your corner Whole Foods or something, they'll have that there.
I bet Albertsons would have that.
There you go. I don't even know what an Albertsons is, so I bet that they have a ton of it.
It's because y'all live where mountains don't exist.
Yeah.
Hey, there used to be an Albertsons where I live. There used to be a Whole Foods where I live too. Neither one exists now.
Neither one exists now. That sounds about right. All right. How about some movie anniversaries? Big Lebowski. Any Coen Brothers movie I am absolutely in love with, and Big Lebowski is one of the best. Yep. Anybody want to add to that?
No, there's nothing else to add to that.
Yeah, this is going to get you mad at me, but I am not a movie connoisseur, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh my God. All right, Dubs. Other movie anniversary. The only thing about this other anniversary that blows my mind is that it's only 5 years older than Big Lebowski is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
See, that's the part that blows my mind. 3.
Yeah.
Until a few minutes before we started recording tonight, I was unaware that there was a 3.
Yeah, I mean, is it like Turtles in Space or something? There's like no tagline. It's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Apparently, and Teflon explained this to me before we recorded, apparently they went back in time.
So like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time.
Whatever. I don't remember anything about it, but you mentioning the movie unlocked a core memory of me as a child watching that movie.
Yeah, I'm remembering it now too. They're like in like feudal Japan type setting, right?
So yeah, I think that's right.
Here's story time with old man Nurgle. I remember when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I remember when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book first came out, and that shit was dark.
Yeah, the comic, yes.
Yeah, nothing like the movies. How it got turned into pastel colors and cowabunga, I have no idea.
Yeah, because the original comic book, it was Dark Horse, wasn't it? Was doing the comic book series, and it wasn't inked. It was just
black and white.
Black and white. Yep. I have those somewhere.
I do too. I bought them when they came out. They were really good, but again, that was very, very dark.
You were buying comic books like in your 50s? That's weird.
Damn.
Thanks, man.
Speaking of cowabunga, there is a movie that if you haven't seen it, you need to. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman, and it is fantastic.
Oh, I do have to see that.
It's a movie? I'll check that out.
It's a full-length animated movie, and it's exactly as good as it sounds.
Is that the one where Batman just absolutely beats the dog crap out of Shredder?
Yep, and vice versa.
I remember seeing someone do a super edit of Batman just slamming Shredder's helmet, with Shredder's head is still in it, obviously, up against a bunch of metal stuff and bending the crap out of the metal.
I like it.
Yeah, it's honestly it has no right to be as good as it is. Would recommend.
It's on YouTube. It's an hour and 47 minutes.
Ew, with ads.
I have no idea. I just Googled.
Yeah, maybe I'll go do that. I need something to fall asleep to. Jesus H. Christ, it's almost 9 o'clock. I am so tired. All right, we're going to wrap this stuff up. Anybody want to read the stuff at the bottom that since Teflon's not here? All right.
Sure.
If you like the show, please rate and review on your podcast player, which helps people find the show. Join us on Discord at discord.io/loose screws and check out the merch store at loosescrews.com for mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, onesies, and more. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/loosescrews. And I want to thank you guys for showing up. I'll even thank Teflon for being here for a little bit. And hopefully everything's okay because he had to bail pretty suddenly. And Lark Shadow, thanks for coming on, buddy. Was this your first time being on the show?
It was.
Oh, well, thanks for man, only took you 30,000 posts on Discord to finally have one of us drag you into this bullshit. So we'll hopefully try to, I mean, every other Monday, it's Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday. Sometimes we're just short of bodies, and I'd like to have some more people to pull into the mix when it's happening. So if I don't see you on or something, if I end up shooting you a DM, be like, dude, what are you doing? And if you're like, I'm eating a sandwich, perfect. Hop on Discord. We'll go from there. And thanks, Nurgle. Thanks, Nate. Thanks everybody in the Discord. And yeah, we're gonna call this a show. We're gonna kick this pig. Any final words from anybody?
Woo again.
Perfect. All right, bye.